Welcome to the Laughs in the Dark podcast. Spooky you.
Welcome back to the Laughs in the Dark podcast. I'm your co-host, Rodney.
And I'm your co-host, Carissa. Today we are doing... So this one is r/glitch in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on there frequently.
You told me you like it, yeah.
Yeah. So, have you ever been on r/glitch in the Matrix?
I haven't. I feel like I've listened to like a couple of like Reddit podcast episodes about r/glitch in the Matrix, but I've never personally been on the subreddit.
Okay, so do you have like kind of an understanding of like what it is? Okay, cool. Well, in case anybody doesn't know.
Because some people don't.
It's true. We be on Reddit. But like, you know, like a break in reality type situation.
Yeah.
So pretty neat. So that's what this one is. This one's a pretty well known story. I don't know if you've heard it.
Probably not.
But yeah, this one's like one of the top ones. I think this is the one that really got me into that subreddit. Basically, this post was actually written as a comment.
Mm-hmm.
It was like on one of those vague questions, like, oh, people of such and such, what happened to you? Something like that. But that comment was deleted because it's on a throwaway account, it's older, whatever. That was from user temptotasssoon. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna butcher that username, so that's gonna be up on the screen.
Yep.
And then it was reposted by
Something George. It'll be on the screen.
TriumphantGeorge.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to George.
Yeah, so he reposted that because he is a hero.
Good job, George. Shout out to George. Thank you for your service.
Absolutely. So, also, the original poster of this story, it sounds like it's a legit, like, usually glitch in the Matrix, like, that's the whole thing, is it's, like, true.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, people are fucked up about it. So, he wrote...
I'd be fucked up about it. You wouldn't be fucked up about it?
I mean, I get it, you know, but sometimes, like, on No Sleep and stuff, it's like people are, like, writing a story.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, not these ones.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, like, legit.
Okay.
And this one's really fucked up.
Okay.
But on, like, he wanted it to be made into a screenplay, he wanted people to open source it, like, whatever.
Okay.
So I took a little bit of creative lead.
Beautiful.
So,
we love it.
I just kind of, took the original post and just kind of made it a little bit more narrative, filled in some gaps, shit like that.
Love to see it.
So, essentially, this is the post.
Mm-hmm.
It's just embellished. So, yeah. For
entertainment purposes.
Yeah, for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Okay, so the title of this one is... Fuck, what was it? I didn't write that part down.
So you have to write these things down.
I didn't write that part down. I was just
Take a screenshot.
focused on the narrative. What can I say?
It is called Awoken by a Lamp, A Parallel Life.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I never thought much about the fragility of reality until the day it shattered around me. I was in my final semester of college, anxiously awaiting the beginning of my professional career. It was an ordinary day, a quick walk across the parking lot to get to class. Unfortunately, I was assaulted by a football player for walking where he was trying to drive.
Mm-mm. Wait a minute!
Yeah, he's trying to drive.
Were you jaywalking or you just... No, it sounds like he's in a park. He said he's in a parking lot.
At college. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bear in mind that he was about 325 pounds and I was a solid 120.
Yeah, my bad, big dog.
I was knocked out so thoroughly that I lived an entirely different life as I lunged on the ground.
What?
You have to find out.
Okay.
I woke up and went about my day as usual, but that afternoon I met a wonderful woman. I was immediately mesmerized by her. She had a warm smile that stirred something deep within me, as if I'd known her forever. Being around her made my heart skip and my face flush. I pursued her for months with fierce competition before I finally won her over. After 2 years together, we got married. I remember our wedding vividly. The crisp air and laughed as she tripped over her veil. It was pure bliss. Shortly after we wed, we had a beautiful baby girl. I had a great job, and my wife didn't have to work outside of the house at all. When our daughter was 2 years old, we had a bouncing baby boy. My children were the joy of my life. I would walk into their rooms every morning before I left for work and dote on them. We were happy. We built a life together. My daughter had such an inquisitive nature, and my...
Is he working in this dream?
Yeah, he has a job.
So you at work for 8 hours a day in your mind?
Yeah, it's his life. Yeah, he gets up in the morning, he dotes on his kids in their rooms. You know, they just do all their daily stuff.
Okay.
He has a good job, his wife at home. My daughter had such an inquisitive nature, and my son could make anyone laugh. Every moment felt vibrant and rich. As the years passed, life was everything I could imagine and could have hoped for. We had our challenges, of course, but nothing we couldn't handle. Birthdays, vacations, quiet nights at home. All of it felt so real, so perfect. But then one evening, something changed. We were sitting together in the living room, the kids playing a board game on the floor. My eyes drifted to a lamp in the corner of the room. It was a simple thing, one I must have seen 1,000 times before. It was a square lamp base, red with gold trim on 4 legs and a white square shade. But that night, it seemed odd. The perspective of it was off somehow, like it was inverted. It was still 3D, but it just seemed wrong somehow. I was fully transfixed. I simply couldn't look away from it. I stayed up all night staring at it. The next morning, I didn't go to work.
Over this lamp?
Yeah. Something was just not right about that lamp.
So clearly,
Yeah.
something is not. Did you touch it? Did you investigate it?
He's looking at it. He's peering at it.
You didn't investigate it all? You just...
He's looking at it, trying to figure out why it looks so fucked up. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Google a reference photo. I don't know.
No. It looks like a 4D image. Like, my brain's barely wrapping around it. My family got ready for their day around me, but I hardly noticed. I stopped eating entirely.
Sir.
At first, I only got up to use the bathroom, but even that stopped because I wasn't eating or drinking.
What?
I didn't feel any hunger, thirst, no discomfort at all despite being awake 24 hours a day at this point. The laughter of my children sounded muffled, distant. My wife's touch was almost imperceptible. My wife's concern turned to real worry after 3 days.
3 days?
It took her 3 days.
I'm not waiting 3 days.
I thought that
What are
too.
you talking about?
Yeah, I thought that too. Dude,
After the first day? Literally, if I wake up and you still looking at this fucking lamp, okay, alright, I might let it go. I come home from work and you still in the same spot staring at this fucking lamp, we going to the hospital.
Yeah.
We're not making it 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because already the first night, like, you've been up all night, I don't have questions.
Looking at this lamp.
Like,
This lamp that's been here probably the whole time.
Even when you went to bed. Alright, come on, babe, we're going to bed.
Right.
Hey.
No, I'm gonna stay up and look at this lamp.
Alright, I'll be to bed in a minute.
Nah, sir.
Yeah.
Get up.
In desperation, she tried to have someone come in and talk to me to break me from my trance. I barely noticed. All but the lamp was simply a blur in the edges of my periphery. By this time, my cognizance was breaking. My wife was in a full-blown panic. I heard her begging and crying, but it was as if she was in a distant tunnel. Her attempts to physically move me were futile. I was fully rigid. At this point, I felt like an observer without physical sensation. My wife took the kids to her mother's house.
Hell yeah. I was just thinking that. Whenever you come to, you're going to be in a dark room by yourself, nigga. What are you talking about?
He's just sitting there. He's just minding his own.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Correct.
While you're in bed sleeping,
Uh-huh.
he's out there.
And taking care of the kids and making sure they get to activities and taking them back and forth to school and making sure everybody's clean and fed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be there, though.
And
I think I would just be creeped out. Like, I'm in the bed and he's just out there, you know, he's just staring at the lamp.
I gotta go.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I sat in pure silence, the world around me grew darker, and I had a sudden realization. The problem with the lamp was that it wasn't real. None of this was real. My house, my wife, my kids, not real. The last 10 years of my life weren't fucking real. As the epiphany consumed me, everything, the room, the kids, the life I'd built, collapsed into darkness. There was only the lamp. It started to grow wider and deeper. It still had inverted dimensions. It took up my entire perspective and all I could see was red. I heard voices, screams, all kinds of strange noises, and I became aware of pain. An almost unbearable amount of pain. My eyes shot open and I involuntarily spat, "I'm missing teeth!" What?
Was he actually missing teeth?
I can only assume. I have no further information for you on that.
You didn't talk about the lamp or your wife or your kids. Or
Yeah, he involuntarily said this. So it's just first thing that shot out of his mouth.
Crazy.
I can't give you no more information on that going forward, unfortunately. Just know that will never be resolved.
We'll never find out if he actually is.
We'll never find that out.
Okay.
Yeah. So just be advised.
All right.
Don't hold your breath on that one.
I won't.
Yeah. I was lying on my back. There was a dull throb of pain radiating from the back of my head, blurring my vision with each pulse. Surrounding me were people that I didn't know, several with horrified expressions. I was completely confused.
No, what? What do you mean you're confused?
He was just sitting in his house looking at a lamp.
And all of a sudden you're sitting over here screaming at me that you're missing teeth. I'm also confused. Everybody around here is confused. You're not the only one.
Yeah, but he is just noting that he is confused. He doesn't know why he's yelling that he's missing teeth. He just kind of said that, and he's like,
but
"Why
he acts like everybody's staring at him for no reason." No, we're all confused. That's why you're being stared at.
You're gonna see why he's being stared at.
Okay.
Within moments, I was haphazardly helped up by a cop that led me, well, practically dragged me, across the grass and sidewalk. Rushing, he threw me face down into the back of his cruiser and sped off.
Is he being kidnapped? Is this a ransom attempt?
I did think that line was really aggressive when I read it. Yeah. I was like, damn, he threw you face down?
He's being kidnapped. You're gonna be murdered, sir. If you weren't already dead, you're about to be. That's what I feel like.
He's just a rough cop. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's panicking.
Mm-hmm.
I must have been in bad shape since he didn't even want to wait for the ambulance. The doctor told me that I'd suffered severe head injuries from the blunt force trauma I'd received. I'd been unconscious less than a minute. 10 years had passed in less than 60 seconds.
Wow.
I couldn't accept it. In my mind, I had lived years, a decade, in my other life. I had a family. I knew them. I loved them. Still feel my daughter's small hand in mine, hear my son's laugh, smell my wife's favorite perfume. How could it have been a figment of my imagination? The first few months were the hardest. I tried to convince myself that it was all a dream, a fabrication of my injured brain, but it never felt like that. It felt real. Too real. I fell into a deep depression over the next 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a decade.
Yeah.
I had to grieve the loss of my wife and both my children.
That's true.
The grief compounded by grappling with the thought that they never even existed. I was terrified that I was going insane as I would cry myself to sleep, hoping I would see them in my dreams. I never did. But sometimes, even now, years later, I'll catch a glimpse of my son just out of my field of view. I hear my daughter laughing from the other room. I've even woke up twice with the sensation of my wife's arm wrapping around me in bed as I awaken. Edit. This is 24 hours after the post. Never thought anyone would read this. I changed a line so that it didn't seem like my 2-year-old daughter bore a child. I have never seen Inception or the Star Trek episode many have mentioned, but I'll watch them eventually. I will not do an AMA. I've had many PMs describing similar experiences and 3 posters stating such experiences are impossible. I'd say more research needs to be done on brain functions. Pre-med students, don't assume you know everything. A few have asked if they can write a book, screenplay, blah, 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 and it's okay.
I like it.
That was nice, right?
That's crazy.
I know.
10 years and 60 seconds.
10 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's another one. I have to try to find it.
And the fact that you waited 3 days, girl.
3 days. She said day 1.
No.
The kiddos are running around. Right? We're getting ready for school. She's at home the whole time.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot she don't have a job. She's at home watching him sit here stare at this lamp. Girl! And it took you 3 days of watching him stare at this lamp for 8 hours for you to do something.
Yeah. Not just 8 hours. We
right. 72 hours.
Like, not only that, think about the first day, right? Okay, she gets up. He's there. What the fuck? Okay, gets the kids out. Okay, cool. Comes back in. Weirdly silent in here.
Yeah.
Alright, she's like, you want some food? No, he's just really blank. He sometimes gets up to go to the bathroom. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
The whole first day, mind you. She's at home with him. Like, you're awake for about 14 hours at least a day. 14 to 16 hours. You're awake.
Yeah.
She'd been with him all day.
All day. Yeah.
She got concerned after 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. So then that makes me wonder, like, he talks about being a great dad and everything, but, like, you know, were you a very great dad if she went 3 days? Didn't fucking need your ass for nothing?
Well, I mean, he works.
I get that. I understand that. I do.
Yeah, he's the breadwinner.
I do. I get that.
He's winning bread.
3 days is just crazy.
Yeah, I assume she don't need the help from him. It seems that way. She seems unbothered.
She seems very unbothered by it.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, you do you, I guess.
He probably started to stink after 3 days. She's like, all right, we gotta fucking do something about this.
That's true. Well, he didn't need to go to the bathroom anymore after that.
That's fine. That don't mean you still don't smell.
Maybe he's like me. He doesn't smell like nothing when he's
No, you are the exception to the rule. You are the no.
He could be. I mean, hell, it's his dream. Maybe he is that way.
I guess. I suppose.
Yeah. But I like this one because it kind of space of like either you have like the power of the mind type shit, and it's like that's fucked up, and you know, because your perception of like reality and time and stuff is just. A lot of it's just in your brain.
Yeah.
But then I've also seen people be like, okay, but could it be like a parallel? You know, like a thinning of the veil. And I'm like, ooh, that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
I've even heard people, I know everybody does quantum mechanics for anything magical, right?
Yeah.
However, I did watch, I used to watch documentaries all the time, and they did make note that electrons seem to blip out of existence. They don't know where the fuck they go, and then they come back. So, like, the concept is, like, possibly they're blipping in and out, because they're subatomic particles.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of a neat idea.
Yeah.
That, you know, you have that type of a thing. So, yeah. Plus, I mean, as far as quantum science goes, they've pretty much decided that multiverse is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like, they've pretty much, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So
it could be bouncing all over the place.
Yeah. But, I don't know, I almost feel like it's more so the brain thing, though. Me personally. Because they say that your life does flash before your eyes. But that's, like, you know how, like, when you're in adrenaline, right, your brain kind of pulls from past memories, like, how did I get out of this before?
But, like, your brain don't pull from shit that ain't happened.
That's true. But maybe his shit went haywire, right?
Yes.
It was trying to pull, it was like, how do I get out of this? I'm about to die. I don't know. And then it just did that. It just did that instead.
Yeah.
There's another one that was similar that I need to find. I've been looking for it. But basically, this thing happened. It was the same similar thing, but this guy was in a coma for 6 months or something. And he had, like, lived hundreds of years being, like, ripped apart and put back together. And the universe, like, just out in space or some shit like that.
Wow.
He's traumatized.
I would be too, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, this whole concept of
I would
space and
also
time.
be traumatized, yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine hundreds?
Hundreds?
Hundreds.
Tens? Too many.
Hundreds.
100s?
1 year is too much.
1 day.
Right.
Yeah. In 24 hours, I'm tapped. Please let me die.
No, you get hundreds.
I'd be trying to figure out how to visit my family members in a dream. Please. Please let me die. Please.
You'd be like that.
Please take me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Wild. So
that is crazy.
I know, right?
10 years and 60 seconds.
60 seconds. You got knocked the fuck out.
By some fucking asshole who just wanted to fucking drive right there.
Yeah. I like that. I like to imagine, too.
I can't talk to them. I'm one of them people.
Nah, but you're not one of those people that throws your shit in park and hops the fuck out and just decks somebody.
No, I'm not. No.
You're not 325. And my other thing is, like, 325 pounds versus 120 pounds. Like, did he get fully tackled to the ground?
Maybe.
Or did he just bash his head in? Right? Because I feel like
did he take multiple bashes? Like, I mean, he could have gave one good uppercut and then, the head trauma from the land.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. But I don't take the football player to be an uppercut kind of guy.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I could see him tackling him, but, I mean, he could also just beat the shit out of him.
I don't know. Do football players just tackle people in real life?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I could just see him beating the shit out of him, but uppercuts are not for football players, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, a good swing on them, sure. But uppercuts? No.
I'm imagining, how like on cartoons where, somebody will get uppercutted and then they'll like fly backwards, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
That's what I was thinking.
At 325 pounds.
Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of weight on him.
Hell no. But I also, this whole story, no matter how, like, when I was reading over it and everything, I cannot. To me, this guy got out of his car in full football gear. Like, red jersey. Yeah, red jersey, white pants, whole helmet. Driving. Throws the shit apart.
That's legal.
And I don't know why, I also imagine you with a whole ass posse in the car.
Not a posse in the car.
Just like they all get out. What the fuck, bro?
That's crazy. He should be dead then.
No, I don't think they stepped in. No, I just like to think they were like, yeah, you get him, Junior. I imagine his name is Junior.
I can't. I'm Junior.
He seems like a junior.
That is hilarious.
I just feel like...
You know what I can't get over?
What?
I'm missing teeth.
Yeah, I like that part too. I like that we never found out if he was missing teeth.
We never found out nothing.
Like, and he said he spat it, so I wonder if he spat the blood.
Maybe did he spit his teeth out?
Maybe, but he just made no mention of it again. So that's an unresolved plot point for me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm missing teeth.
I need to know where your teeth are.
Yeah, plus, I mean, you didn't say I've been bashed in the skull.
No, you didn't describe your injuries at all.
Yeah. And, like, I guess if he's missing teeth, that does imply a straight fist to the face.
Sure.
Yeah. teeth going. It's like Mortal Kombat. Like, to get hit.
Then what if he got curb stomped?
Fuck, it might have. I don't take football players for curb stompers either, though.
I mean, I feel like you can't,
Can't discount it, I guess.
Correct. They're not a monolith. You don't know.
I have fully taken every football stereotype in my head
into consideration
about
and applied it to the sky. Yeah.
Like, to me, this guy is full scholarship ride
Mm-hmm.
in college.
Yeah.
Just having to take the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just there for football. Like, he is embodying every
He's the
single
embodied football
stereotype.
player.
Yeah. That I can conceive of. I'm sorry, Junior. I don't mean to. I don't mean to, lump you in.
Oh my god.
You know how I fill it all in. I can't help it.
Junior.
Is it bad that I also imagine this is a fall day?
He said it was a fall day, didn't he?
No, that was his wife.
Oh.
That was when they were getting married.
To be fair, I also imagined it to be a fall day.
Yeah. Sun is out.
Mm-hmm.
In full. I also imagine Junior's car to be red as well. Like a rusty-ish kind of red.
Yeah, I pictured a red pickup truck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brain couldn't decide between like one of them boxy cars, like a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of fluctuates.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I feel like OP was wearing a satchel.
A messenger bag.
A messenger. No. That's hilarious.
Yeah. OP's walking with his messenger bag and that brown jacket with the patches on the elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, walking to class and then boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, can you imagine though?
No.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
So imagine you wake up, right? You feel all this shit. The doctor's like, you got hit in the head, right?
Mm-hmm.
You imagine this.
Yeah.
And then you wake up and you live with a single dad. I don't know. Right? This was all imagined.
That's crazy.
And yeah.
I would cry every day. Yeah.
Yeah, to sleep. Exactly.
Well,
And
no, knowing me, I'd probably put a toxic positivity spin on it just so it didn't ruin me mentally. Except, I just had a really elaborate dream. It gave me vivid visions of what I can have in the future if I work hard enough and if I do the right things. The universe has really shown me my destiny,
Yeah, in this life. The whole parentage is completely different.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you know what? I won't be there to dissuade you on it. So that's true. Yeah,
I was given a vision by God, and I just gotta listen to it.
By God is great.
Yeah,
I guess you would have to delve into that
I would, just so I wouldn't completely fall apart.
You're gonna start making your own spiritual rules.
Creating my own spiritual writings? No.
I
don't think I would go that far.
Make your own Bible? I feel like you could.
I could. I don't have the passion for it.
Here's the other fucked up part, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the part that really fucks me up. So imagine you do that. Whatever, you're upset.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Great. Every now and again, you get glimpses of us. You hear one of us laughing in the other room.
See, I'd be pissed.
Not pissed.
I'd be pissed. I'd probably try to ignore it for as long as I possibly could, but it would definitely make me sad. I'd probably break down crying all the time. I'd probably be one of those girls who just breaks down crying randomly all the time and nobody knows why, so no one wants to be around her. I'd probably be that type of person, right? But in my heart, I would still maintain the hope that one day I could get there,
Yeah.
I need something to keep me going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
This that'd be fucked up.
Yeah. Especially if it was just a beautiful life. You can't just replicate that shit with anybody.
Mm-mm.
And how do you find that specific woman who is supposed to be your wife?
Exactly. You've been with her for 10 years.
To be fair, do we know her name?
No, it's his wife.
See, that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
and the lamp is the first thing that threw you off. Not that your wife don't have a name.
I mean, I'm sure she had one. I'm not gonna lie to you. This original post was It's a bit rough around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
It was bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot more fucks in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I toned it down a little bit for the narrative.
Yeah.
I think I dialed it down to 1 for dramatic effect. But yeah, no, it was a lot of like, this is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But like less in a less in a fun way. And more like a, all right, let's relax.
Right. Calm down.
Yeah. But yeah, like I kind of think of it.
I like how we're sitting here talking about how we would be depressed and it would ruin our lives, but also let's calm down.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that too. I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
But relax.
That's different.
It is.
It's different. We would never be hypocrites.
No, it is.
But it kind of reminds me though. It's like I can kind of see it because there's a lot of times where legitimately, like I'll be feeding the ferrets or whatever, and I will feel one of them scratch on my leg, and so I look down to see who it is, and there's nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and for reference, Miguel went in March, and Tulio went the June before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, there's my boys. Yeah,
Period.
because it's always so. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you know, you're just thinking of whatever, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not thinking about that shit
No.
when it happens. I'm like, "Oh, is that you, Ulfric?" Oh, nope, there's nobody
There's
there.
nobody.
Like it is very tactile.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, "Oh, did I feel something?" No,
I feel that 100%.
like
Yeah. There was one time, this was actually a few weeks ago, but I went to bed before Ken went to bed. He was up doing something, I don't know. And I thought he had come to bed like 10 minutes after I got to bed, right? I felt him get in the bed. I felt him put his arm around me. And so I just took my ass to sleep. I woke up like 2-3 hours later and he's not there. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and so I go find him. I'm like, where did you go? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, he was in the bed. Why did you get up? He's like, I've not been to the bedroom at all.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
could have been gaslighting you.
He could have been.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Why would he do that?
I can't speak to his no motivations. I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
But no, to that, I have also felt the ferrets climb up on the bed too, because Tulio is the only one that used to sleep in the bed, like down by my feet, and like I felt him get up. Like I'm like, the ferrets don't sleep up here. Who the fuck is up here right now? And I'll feel around. There's nobody. And then
he's there with you in spirit.
you know,
His little spirit is coming to nap with you.
so precious.
Correct.
And you know me, I'm not really into all that shit. But I'm like, well, this shit is definitely palpable.
You know?
So,
He's trying to tell you something.
yeah, I guess.
He probably knows how dense you are. It's like I really gotta just keep trying. Just keep throw
going.
everything we can at her.
Yeah. I mean, you know I'd be chasing the ghosts around here.
You do.
I'm like, but there ain't nothing to chase on that.
No.
Like with this one, it starts fucking with the lights upstairs. And I'm like, hey, bitch, what are you doing?
Starts fucking stomping around, moving furniture.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I come up here and suddenly
Suddenly
we're not moving
say.
nothing.
Suddenly we're quiet.
Right.
Okay.
I have dared that. Oh my god. Yeah, when you guys were on vacation, he really fucking tried it with me.
I know.
Yeah. They don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah.
So tell them.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them. So, they were on vacation for about a week. And this ghost had been trying it a little bit. He was stomping around upstairs to the point where I had to pause my TV a couple times so he could get it out of his system.
Yeah. Because he was really going ham.
I was like, dude, can you shut the fuck up? For real.
Yeah.
Like, dude. So I was like, whatever. And so he would usually stop when I pressed pause and I was about to go up there. And I'm like, oh, you're done now. Okay, cool. Well, the one time I was in the bathroom and I was brushing my teeth, and you know I got an electric toothbrush, so whatever. He knocked some shit around downstairs, and I was like, okay, motherfucker. So I ran my ass around. I was like, come on, bitch.
Yeah, I remember that one time. You remember that one time he hit you at the door?
Oh my god, I was
He
pissed.
hit you at the bathroom door.
I was like, are you fucking serious right now? And you were like, what was that? And I was like, that bitch just hit me with the door.
And then I think immediately after he flickered the lights.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. No, it was like at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, fuck. That's how I knew it was him, and I just didn't get caught on something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was always flickering that light, too.
Asshole.
He hasn't been around in a while, though.
Good.
Probably because he'd be stepping to us, so we step right back.
Right. Why?
Like, who the fuck are you?
Go find somebody else to haunt.
But honestly, I kind of miss him.
I know.
I know. Yeah. Because, like, he was a friendly ghost. You know, he was just like your annoying kid brother.
Not your annoying kid brother.
Yeah, he's like stomping around in his daddy's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, hey, I'm about to come up there. And he's like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Like, I really feel like he just wanted attention.
Yeah, probably. But it's something to play with.
Right.
Yeah. And you played with him. You gotta get your ghost back.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not great with kids.
Well, he clearly liked you.
Kids do.
Yeah.
They love me.
They do.
And then they get scared. And then somehow they stick around.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You're just so lovable. You're just so lovable.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It is. Hello?
You're squinting at me. I'm just squinting back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Children don't have great judgment, so. I'm not gonna give that one to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But.
Sure.
Yeah. So, that was that story.
That was wild.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one, right?
It was.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that one. So, I feel like I'll find more like these. But. Yeah. I guess let us know what you guys think. Cool. I'll say. You have anything to say to the people?
That's all we got for today. If you enjoyed today's video, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos. You can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts every Sunday for new episodes. And if you want us to read your spooky stories, send us your stories at laughsinthedarkpod@gmail.com. Stay spooky, ookie, ookie.